This is He Knows the Sport, bringing you that heat and that fire. All right, Keith Thurman, time to get on your ass. Keith Thurman is an utter disappointment. And the reason why I say this is because Keith Thurman is a fighter that has really lost himself. But before we get on to the video, make sure in the link in the description that y'all go check out HeKnowsFitness. You know what I'm saying? That's a channel that promotes quick, fast, and effective workouts that's going to yield lasting results. So hit that link in the description. Make sure you subscribe to that channel. Comment, like, and share. And let He Knows the Sport know what you guys think of HeKnowsFitness. Now, on back to the damn video. Keith Thurman is a fighter that I have lost all respect for. He talking too sideways out of his ass. On one second, he's saying, you know, Terence Crawford, send me the contract. To the next second, he's like, well, I just need one fight before I fight Terence Crawford. Listen, man, Terence Crawford is not that serious of a fighter. Trust me, Keith Thurman, you could fight him right now and give him all the fits in the world. I don't even know why you need one fight. Look at what Mean Green Machine was able to do to him, man. Let me say it again. Look at what Mean Green Machine was able to do to him. He dropped Terence Crawford within 3 rounds. The same Bomac that told you that Terence Crawford was going to stop him in 3 rounds. But the opposite happened. Mean Machine dropped him within 3 rounds. Mean Machine gassed out. And Mean Machine basically took a playbook from Spence. So I know the Spence style is going to punish and stop and wash Terence Crawford. Let me say it again. I know the Spence style is going to punish, stop, and wash Terence Crawford. I know it. Because Mean Machine took a playbook from Errol to Spence. He just didn't have the Energizer Bunny. And he keeps going and going and going. Tactical aggression, technical punching placement, and body snatching work. The levying onslaught of the punishment style. He didn't have that. And that's why he couldn't continue to inflict punishment on Terence Crawford. Crawford shows you he's light in the ass. That's why we call him Bud Light. He's too light in the damn ass. He's too light in the caboose. So Keith Thurman, there's nothing for you to be afraid of. You should be wanting to fight Terence Crawford right now. Because Terence Crawford proved to you in his last fight, he's not what he is advertised to be. He is nothing but a chihuahua barking behind the damn fence. But Keith Thurman doesn't even understand that because Keith Thurman has lost his vigor. That 7 to 8 years ago, Keith Thurman that said, you better not duck me, son. The one that was right in front of Paulie Malignaggi, that Keith Thurman is done. That hunger, that fire is gone. It has dissipated, man. Keith Thurman is no longer the fighter he once was. The guy lost his hunger, man. It's that Marvin Hagler term, you know what I'm saying? You can't be wanting to get up to fight if you sleeping in silk sheets, dog. You're not going to get up at 4 to 5 a.m. to want to train. That's what happened to Keith Thurman. All these blow-ups in between fights in his weight. You know what I'm saying? All of this time that he's taken off because he had this injury, he had that injury, he had this injury, he had that injury. And then all the ducking that he did. He went from Keith one-time Thurman of, you better not duck me, son, to then he became Keith run-time Thurman or Keith duck-time Thurman, man. Let me say it again. He went from Keith one-time Thurman of, you better not duck me, son, to then Keith run-time or Keith duck-time Thurman. I mean, this is ridiculous. I have no faith in this guy. He does not deserve a quality opponent. He doesn't deserve a Manny Pacquiao fight. He doesn't deserve an Errol Spence fight. And I can't believe that I'm saying this, dog. But you know, he knows the sport. I got to keep that same energy, dog. Let me say it again. I have to keep that same energy. He don't even deserve a Terence Crawford fight at this point. Because even though Terence Crawford is a chihuahua barking behind the damn fence, he has a freaking belt. What Keith Thurman needs to do is he needs to fight a Danny Garcia. Or he needs to fight a Sean Porter. They need to have what we call a welterweight Royal Rumble. Because these guys are nothing but losers. And it's so interesting that the tables have turned, dog. Let me say it again. It's so interesting that the tables have turned. I keeps the foot on the what? On the necks. I keeps the foot on the what? On the necks. And like the Tibetan Mastiff that I am, I apply what? Unlimited pressure. Because pressure does what? It bursts pipes, folks. It bursts the freaking pipes. It's so interesting that the tables have turned. Because the truth of the fact of the matter is this. Keith Thurman, Sean Porter, and Danny Garcia all have what in common now? They tried to Cold War Errol the Truth Spence, dog. That's why I said, you reap what you freaking sow. Let me say it again. They tried to Cold War Errol the Truth Spence. You reap what you sow. All three of them are beltless. So you know what needs to happen? These three need to go into a triangle effect of doing this Cold War, but do it as beltless fighters fighting each other. Keith Thurman needs to fight Sean Porter, or Sean Porter needs to fight Keith Thurman, or Sean Porter needs to fight Danny Garcia, or Keith Thurman needs to fight Danny Garcia. I don't care how they do it. They need to have a Royal Rumble, a triangulation, so to speak, of them trying to figure out who's going to come out on top so that they can then position themselves to get a Pacquiao or a Spence or a Crawford fight. But it was nice to hear that Keith Thurman says, I prioritize Spence over Crawford, when he sat there and said, who would you want to fight in terms of super fight? He acknowledged that Errol the Truth Spence is the man, the big fish, because he said Errol the Truth Spence is the most accomplished at the welterweight division. He has 2 belts. Keith Thurman would know something about that because Keith Thurman once had 2 belts. He had the WBA and the WBC, right? Errol the Truth Spence has the IBF, and he's the new WBC welterweight champion. So one 2-belt holder understands from another 2-belt holder what that means in the division. We have not seen a multiple division belt holder in the welterweight division since Floyd Mayweather. So even Manny Pacquiao hasn't held multiple belts at the welterweight division. Well, you could say that now because he beat Keith Thurman and he has the WBA belt, so I take that back. But I'm talking about during Mayweather's era. He only had 1 belt, which was the WBO. But now, yes, you could say he's been a multiple belt holder. It is what it is. But Errol Spence has already tied Manny Pacquiao with that 2 belts. Keith Thurman already tied Manny Pacquiao with that 2 belts, right? So Keith Thurman, once upon a time, used to be relevant in the welterweight division. Well, guess what, Keith Thurman? Guess what you have to do, what that Danny Garcia has to do, and what Sean Porter has to do. You got to take your rabbit ass back into the back of the line. No one respects you right now. And you need to stop sitting here and having these false, ideals in your brain that, oh, I should fight this person, or oh, I should fight that person. No. Get your ass in the back of the line and fight a Danny Garcia or fight a Sean Porter. Make yourself respectable and relevant, and then you can position yourself for a Spence fight or a Crawford fight or a Pacquiao fight. But Spence don't want to fight you no more because, like Spence said, you didn't give him a chance. So he don't want to give you a freaking chance. I can understand that. So what you need to do, Keith Thurman, is look at Manny Pacquiao or look at Terence Crawford. Of course, Manny Pacquiao would want to fight you again because Manny Pacquiao would want the same fucking terms. And this time he'd be in more of a stronghold to have those terms because he is the super champion, right? He is the WBA champion. So he would tell you, well, no VADA or none of this so he can be drugged up once again. But I would love to see Keith Thurman versus Terence Crawford because I'm not sold on Terence Crawford. And after I saw the display that I saw against Mean Machine, come on, Keith Thurman. Don't lose all of your freaking respect yourself. Because I've already lost all respect for you. But don't lose your own self-respect. Terence Crawford got dropped within the first 3 rounds against Mean Green Machine. That tells us that you have more than enough of a chance. You don't have no puncher's chance. You have a legitimate chance of whooping his ass. Because you're way better than Mean Green Machine. All of us can acknowledge that. So why are you sitting here saying, oh, well, I respect Terence Crawford and the fact that, he's a champion and he's disciplined and all of that. Shut the hell up, man. That just tells me you lost all confidence in yourself. Because what was that saying, Keith Thurman, not too long ago that said Terence Crawford hasn't proven himself in the welterweight division. You're making me lose all respect for you, dog. Because we all know that Terence Crawford's boxing career is filled with smoke and mirrors. Let me say it again. Terence Crawford's boxing career is filled with smoke and mirrors. So Keith Thurman, I don't know what you need to do. I don't know who you need to pray to. I don't know what you need to go ahead and manufacture. But you need to get back to, you better not duck me, son. Otherwise, this whole nonsense about you have 3 more years in your boxing career, just go ahead and retire right now. Because if you can't fight Terence Crawford right now, after his ass got dropped within the first 3 rounds against Green Mean Machine, go ahead and retire, man. I don't even want to see you fight no more. That's where I'm at with that. This is HeKnowsFitness, checking out.